Today heralds the beginning and the end. The end of the Gregorian calendar year, the beginning of another. Tick-tock always ticking on, a circle chasing its tail. The local mind trapped within the cage and confine of its feedback looping. Now more than ever in these very turbulent and chaotic times, where every facet of our reality is being touched by narrative creators, where the collective information is coming at us 24/7, light speed, fractaled out, dummied down, coercive, and intentionally fear-inducing, where global and national tensions keep rising, electromagnetic frequency, light, noise, and air pollution hitting its max, a global Faraday cage, caught in a mental fog, bombarded with sensory overload, lacking sleep and authentic nourishment through food, dysregulated and yanked onto an emotional roller coaster. It is so easy to fall into apathy, to feel small and helpless, to allow the virus of fear and self-doubt to get into your bloodstream and distract you from your true nature. To fear there is no way to impact change. But that is just a trick of the light, a dense shadow which we have the ability to integrate, alchemize, and balance. For beyond the linear, the local, the buzz and drone of psychological manipulation and manifestation lies the call of the natural world, the remembrance of our true nature. Spirals, not circles. Spirals of energy cascading in and down and up and around in a toroidal symphony of ever-changing landscape, new and just waiting to be discovered. A growing edge which leaves behind the local mind, free of the automaton, the automatic, systematic, topsy-turvy looping, free of self-identification through patterning, entrainment, and the capturing of our attention. The natural world who lives and breathes and dies daily unto herself before being born anew yet again. Breaking free from the vice grip of the synthetic lack matrix, we can see clearly. Breathe freely. There is no border or boundary or circle of which we are made to race around when the local mind captures us in its embrace. For just as surely as we have the capacity for degradation and annihilation, we too have the capacity for expansion and receipt of miracle. Yes, there is a growing edge taking shape, a space and place somewhere on the boundary, on the border, on the edge of where fate, free will, and destiny intertwine. A legacy frequency, an authentic frequency for you, where genius ideas are born, where solutions are readily provided or perceived problems let go entirely, where your sovereignty and divinity are evident, where discernment resides, coming home to the eternal now, the heart, the 0 point of where all creation and dissolution takes place. Free from the circles and cycles and intrusive thought forms. Yes, there is a space, a sacred space, our sacred space, our one-pointed sight, where all sacred spaces converge and become one. We can see that inner room or chamber, architectural marvel, monument or mound, sacred site and stargate, that all roads lead home. Our energetics commingling, our spaces and places tangling in a beautiful tapestry of love light. Whether it be people, trees, the earth, sun, or universe itself. We are all torrids of dynamic energy bumping up, sparking off, nourishing or depleting, lighting up or dimming down one another. Torrents of energy, emotion, idea, and ocean, whether vibrating quickly or in slow motion. Every atom in this vast universe emits a torus field. A chariot, the most intricate and miraculous tapestry, delicately woven through space and time. Nesting dolls who have no idea they belong within and without and beyond. So you see, through this lens, isn't all space in some way sacred? Always divine? A sea of miracles all swimming together in an unseen choreography where the dance moves are known by heart. So what if we took that border, that edge, and pushed it outward and beyond? What if we were to be the bridge between the spiritual and material realm simply by showing up? What if where I end and you begin becomes a thing of wonder, a place of intention, a space of opportunity and potential? What if instead of containing our sacredness behind the confines and walls of the perceived structure, we shifted it to the growing edge? The threshold between what is known and familiar and what is unknown and foreign. Materials, matters, and mechanisms lying somewhere beyond. Held within the wisdom of the plant kingdom, there is an amazing phenomenon in its growth cycle. For the growing edge of a plant is where new cells are actively dividing and elongating, referred to as the meristem. The meristem is found at not only the tips of the stem, responsible for the new leaves and branches, crucial for upward growth, striving towards the light, but it is also found at the tips of the roots, hidden from view, the growing edge generating root tissue that continues to grow and seek downward into the dark. Light and dark, upward and downward, duality, polarity, working harmoniously for the expansion of the species which feeds others, who feed others, an ecosystem of growing edges tethered to one another, synergizing and synthesizing both root and stem alike, reaching for what lies beyond, separate yet together, pushing forth into fourth density abundance matrix. Shining so bright that our growing edge can't help but pull others up and out above the fray, into higher vantage point and perspective. The growing edge, not the cutting edge, as some would have you believe. Collectively wounding and severing us apart, fostering beliefs that harm, not heal. For when we walk along the growing edge, we cannot help but impact change, light up the night, glow a little bit more bright. For when we reside along that growing edge, suddenly we are in a whole new atmosphere, where a sea of possibilities awaits, where the scaffolding of the abundance matrix is open for co-creation, foundation, and further construction. Grid keepers weaving and tethering into fresh and new energy stream. Yes, at the apex of our stem, we may have to weather the storm, navigate the density and chaos. But look back at your growth over these past 5 years. Like the rings on a tree, growing edge to growing edge, spiraling and expanding. How many times have you mastered the flow of season and change in reality landscape? Consider the storms that you have already weathered, the lessons you have learned, the growth and new skin you now embody. We all get the choice now, all of us. We can harmonize this new chord and tether into our dominant resonant frequency, living on the growing edge, weaving magic into the mundane, bridging the gap with our rainbow and prism, the miracle, seeing the miracle of our Taurids and higher heart, our cosmic heart. Whirling and twirling in undulating light, we can revel in the spectacle of it all. We can break the feedback loops and frequency presets that once dictated our realities. We can step forth into the abundance matrix, fully integrated in both light and dark, holding our frequency, our sovereignty and autonomy, riding the waves somewhere out on the edge of infinite possibility and all that has come to pass. Through our eyes, you are so beautiful. You glow. You delight and amuse. You are so fragile and yet strong. We marvel at you, really, truly, wonderful, and worthy by design. Thank you for sharing the frequency and feeling of the growing edge. This will now end our transmission.
Just wanted to say I love ya. Scully loves ya. Bye.